Yo, it's your boy Bernard, and welcome to another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast, where I'll be discussing everything nerdy that has caught my eye this week. Hopefully, this episode will be fine in recording because this is my sixth time trying to record this episode. We are getting a Rambo origin story that stars Noah Centineo, and it will be directed by Jamari Homelander, who directed the movie Sisu that everyone loved, which I thought had Stephen Lang in it, but it's not Stephen Lang. It's some guy who just looks like Stephen Lang. So hopefully it's good. I haven't seen Noah Centineo in anything outside of Black Adam. I did not watch any of To All the Boys movies on Netflix. I did not watch The Recruit. So I only have one movie to go off of with his filmography. All right, my next story is simply this. Anthony Starr gave a nice farewell to the fans because production has wrapped up on The Boys. I am not going to read the letter because, like I said, this is my sixth time trying to record this episode, and it's very lengthy to the point where I've got cat mouth now. Like, I just tried to record this episode 4 times in a row. Okay? The first time I did it, the sun was up. It is 11 o'clock. It is 11:28 p.m. to be precise. So, yeah, I'll post it here and you guys can read it if you're watching. Speaking of The Boys, we got our first look at the character designs for several characters for the Vought Rising series that's supposed to be coming. The prequel series about Soldier Boy and Stormfront. So we got our looks at Soldier Boy, played by Jensen Ackles. Mason Dye, who will be playing Bombsight, Elizabeth Posey, who is playing Private Angel, and Will Hocham, who will be playing Torpedo. Bombsight looks like a fighter pilot from the 50s, obviously. Jacket, big gloves, and all that stuff. Can't really get a look on feel on Private Angel. She kind of gives nurse, but yet soldier vibes. And Torpedo looks like he belongs in the Navy. He's also got like his gauntlets have like fins on them, so he's got to do some swimming or something. So that's the only thing I can think of. Hopefully this show is good. We did not get a look at 1950s Nazi Stormfront, so maybe we're saving that for a little bit later. And hopefully we get a trailer for that at the beginning of this year. Next year, not the beginning of this year, because that would involve time travel. But yeah, so there's that. And I'm speeding through these stories because, like I said, I've done like this 6 times already, and I'm getting annoyed. We also got confirmation for Scary Movie 6 that Regina Hall and Anna Faris will be reprising their roles as Cindy and Brenda. So they made a joint statement. Hold on one second. I need to move this here and move this here. Saying that, all right, so yeah, they said we can't wait to bring Brenda and Cindy back to life and be reunited with our great friends Keenan, Sean, and Marlon, 3 men we literally died for, in Brenda's case again, because she did die in the first Scary Movie. So yeah, the Wayans are co-writing the script with Rick Alvarez, and Michael Tides, who is a frequent Wayans collaborator, will be directing it. So I hope we get some parodies of Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Final Destination, since all 3 of those franchises have been revived since the last Scary Movie film. All right, what else do I have? Marvel Zombies. We got a release date on that, and that will be September 24th. It will be 4 episodes. It will be dropping weekly, unlike Ironheart and Eyes of Wakanda and Echo. And it will be rated TVMA for swearing, blood, and crucial character deaths. And this was originally supposed to be a film, but they really got to explain why they didn't do a binge drop for this. It's 4 episodes, because I'm pretty sure there's no tiptoeing around it. So why is everything that was a POC got like a binge drop or like a split binge drop like Ironheart? So Disney, Marvel, explain yourselves. All right, because the leads, this cast is very diverse. So we got Awkwafina coming back as Katie from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Simu Liu coming back as Shang-Chi. Dominic Thorne is Ironheart. Haley Steinfeld as Hawkeye. We're getting a Blade Moon Knight hybrid. And who else was a part of the show? It was who is it? Where is it? Where's my cast? Where is my cast? Oh yeah, David Harbour as Red Guardian and Francis Pugh as Yelena Belova. Oh, and Ms. Marvel, Aman Vellani. So yeah, make it make sense, people. All right, what else I got? Deadpool. Is he in Avengers Doomsday or not? Because Ryan Reynolds posted a photo on his social media of an Avengers logo with the Anarchy A drawn through it. So he might have been hinting at him being in Doomsday. Nobody has confirmation on this. The Hollywood Reporter said that he's in Doomsday, and I usually trust the Hollywood Reporter, but I've got no confirmation whatsoever. And Robert Downey Jr. did say, more chairs were coming, so hopefully we get more chairs. And more confirmation, because Xochitl Gomez also said that she was getting ready to be in Avengers Doomsday. So I don't know if she was getting her hopes up or if they actually told her that she's going to be in the movie or what. Because we ain't seen Xochitl since Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. And that was what? 2023? Something like that? Around the same time as Shang-Chi? Like, a lot of this stuff needs to connect, and I get it. You guys are pretty much going to end the multiverse saga with Secret Wars, but where was the structure? I don't know. Okay, what else do I have? Sorry, guys, I'm speeding through these stories because, like I said, I already recorded all of this. And I'm starting to get cotton-mouthed. The Duffer brothers. They are leaving Netflix to go over to Paramount. And the main reason for that is they want to write films that are actually released in theaters. So they will still serve as executive producers on the Stranger Things spin-off series, Tales from 85. And the other series they have coming out. What is it called again? Burrows or something like that? Yeah, The Burrows. And Something Very Bad is going to happen. Those are also shows that will be coming out next year. So I get it. I mean, you want the world to see your stuff on the biggest screen possible. And Netflix only releases like limited movies in theaters. Like they only do it for like the movies that they think are going to win Oscars, like Roma and The Irishman. Those are like the only two I can think of off the top of my head at the moment. But yeah, so can you blame them for wanting a bigger spotlight on their creativity? I don't. All right, what is my next story? My next story is simply this. It's the future of the DCU. James Gunn was on the red carpet for the season 2 premiere of Peacemaker. And he was talking about, everything that was going on. And he was talking about the future of the DCU overall. He did an interview with Entertainment Weekly where he confirmed that Harley Quinn will be coming back, played by none other than Margot Robbie. He said that that will be revealed down the line. And he also wants to bring back Idris Elba as Bloodsport. So he's figuring that out, and he'll see what happens. And he also was talking about the Superman saga. So I'm going to post a clip here. It's like 17 seconds where he's talking about that. And it's very cryptic. So here we go.
I've already finished the treatment for the next story in what I'll call the Superman saga. The treatment's done, which means a very, very worked out treatment. And I'm working on that and hopefully going into production on that. Not too far away from today.
So yeah, I wonder what the Superman saga is going to entail, because he didn't necessarily say it was Superman 2, but he did say that he was writing another movie that Superman is possibly involved in. So I don't think it's The Brave and the Bold, because I think they already have somebody working on Batman the Brave and the Bold. But I don't know. James Gunn, you have piqued my curiosity, good sir. What are you working on over there at DC that's going to piss off the Snyder Bros even further? Okay, my next story is also DC related, and that is simply about comic books. So we are getting a Static and Batman Beyond comic crossover called Static Batman Beyond Static. Batman Static Beyond. This will be drawn by one of my favorite up and coming DC artists, Nicholas Draper Ivey. He did the Static Season 1 and Static Shadows of Dakota books. Sorry, got the background blur on. As a matter of fact, I'll turn it off. I highly suggest you check these out if you can. Nicholas has some amazing art. And like, this is like some of like the best art I've seen from, comic book artists in a while. You should also follow him on Instagram. He's always posting stuff. He did the art for the Black Panther cover for the album. But yeah, so I was waiting to see what his next project was going to be, and now I know. He also basically the milestone 30th anniversary special that came out about 2 years ago. He did he kind of teased this in that, but this will be written by Evan Narcisse, who wrote the Rise of the Black Panther and Waller versus Wildstorm stuff. And he worked at IO9, where I get a lot of my news from. So Evan said, I love the dynamic Nick set up between Static and Batman in the milestone 30th anniversary special, where these characters first teamed up with each other. The most exciting part of this new project has been exploring how different Terry and Virgil are from each other. So I actually need to go to the comic book store so I can add this to my pull list, because I also need to pick up some books. I haven't been in like a month and a half. I don't really have that many books I buy, but I definitely need to add some more on there. Like I don't know if I have Immortal Legend Batman on my pull list, but I hope I do. I really hope I do. Otherwise, I'm going to have to order that from like Midtown. But yeah, the art on this looks great. Like I said, it's Nicholas Draper Ivey. He really don't miss when it comes to Static. And I just can't wait to check this out. All right, my next story. No, actually, I'm going to pause. I'm not going to do the W testing for Tiger's Blood because I drank it earlier. And like I said, it's 11 something at night. So I'm not trying to get jittery, but it is one of my favorite flavors now. You can literally taste the coconut, the watermelon, and the strawberry in it. There's no aftertaste to it or anything. Like, I like it a lot. Like, I might do a video of me drinking some tomorrow and post it on the socials. But yeah, I'm going to take this break. Y'all listen to Dubby ad, and I'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the crash and jitters. It has no sugar, fillers, or artificial dyes. Mix one packet or scoop into 8 or 12 ounces of water. Stir or shake well. Some powderiness is normal, and it has all the important vitamins. So this has vitamin C, B3, B6, and B12. And it's made from coffee fruit extract. So drink it and go conquer a task. And go to Debbie.gg and use my promo code Angry Blerd 10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's Dubby.gg with promo code Angry Blerd 10. Okay, I'm back. So I'm actually out of stories, and I am just going to get into my review of episode 7 of Dexter Resurrection. And this episode is called Course Correction. Directed by Monica Raymond. Written by Hilly Hicks Jr. So we pick up right where we left off with Prater taking Gareth and Al and what's Uma Thurman's character's name, because I am drawing a blank. Charlie to a castle which he has rented out, and he gives Dexter. Well, Dexter never presented a kill to the group. So Dexter basically exposed his true self to the group. He didn't reveal that he was the Bay Harbor Butcher or anything, but he talked about the thrill of the kill and things of that nature. Meanwhile, Al showed one of his kills recorded. And Prater, being so moved by what Dexter revealed to the group, tells him about the first time he met a serial killer, and that's the serial killer who murdered his parents, and how he developed a friendship with him. Meanwhile, back in New York, Harrison is strongly considering going to college and is considering a career in law enforcement. So he's texting Dexter about that because they're supposed to be going on a tour of the school. Dexter tells Gareth, or whatever the twin's name is, that he knows he's a twin, and he really wants to know if twins can feel each other's pain because he told him he killed Gareth. And that causes him to snap and try to kill Dexter with a wine glass, which Dexter kills him with using the guise of self-defense. After that, they all leave the castle. Dexter goes and meets Harrison at the college, and they actually go and attend a lecture by Detective Wallace on the New York Ripper. And she's talking about how the Ripper killed his victims, but Dexter also realizes that Prater has the weapon that the New York Ripper used, and tells her, based off the blood splatter, a crowbar couldn't have done this if it's something crowbar-like, but more like with a hooked handle on the end. Angel is actually at Dexter's house. He is dancing with Blessing and his family. And Dexter gives Angel a ride, and Dexter tells Angel to stay away from him and Harrison. And that's because he wants to avenge the death of Maria and Dokes. And Dexter drops him off at a bridge or whatever, says, "This is your stop." And Angel leaves behind a pair of AirPods to track Dexter. So, hell of an episode. My only issue was it kind of fell apart at the end with the AirPods, because you can't track AirPods in real time. You can last see where a pair of AirPods were, but let's say if I take my AirPods, which are in my room at the moment, and I go 5 miles down the street, you will not see those AirPods 5 miles down the street unless I open the lid. So it probably would have been better to use a tile, because even an AirTag wouldn't have worked, because you can now get the notification of if someone leaves an AirTag around you. So there's that. But all in all, I like the episode. I wonder how Dexter's going to catch Al and kill him, but we will find out whenever we find out. All right, what am I reviewing next? I am going to actually review the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth. This show was created by Noah Hawley and is obviously based off of the Alien franchise. So this is set in 2120, 2 years before the start of the original movie. Stars Sidney Chandler, Alex Lothar, Timothy Oliphant, S.E. Davis, Samuel Blecken, Babu Saisi. Noah Hawley wrote the first 2 episodes. He also directed the pilot. Dana Gonzalez directed the second one. So we get a title card that says, in the future, the race for immortality will come in 3 guises. 1, cybernetically enhanced humans, aka cyborgs. 2, artificially intelligent beings, aka synthetics. And 3, synthetic beings downloaded with the human consciousness, aka hybrids. And which technology prevails will determine what corporation rules the universe. And so the world is basically ran by like 5 corporations. One of them is Prodigy. The other one that we're dealing with is the one that's been in alien lore since the beginning, Weyland-Yutani. So after 65 years, the Weyland-Yutani ship, the Maginot, returns to the Milky Way solar system with a boatload of aliens in tow. A xenomorph gets loose and basically kills a majority of the crew, with the exception of one person who is named Moreau, and he is a cyborg security officer who is determined to save the cargo for Weyland-Yutani. Boy Cavalier, who is on Earth, who is the CEO of the Prodigy Corporation, creates the first hybrid human, placing the consciousness of a terminally ill child by the name of Marcy Hermit into a robot's body. And Boy, who wants to basically create a human smarter than himself, believes that that hybrids can achieve this feat. Marcy, who is now going by the name of Wendy, since the island that Boy lives on is called Neverland, is tasked with raising more children who are now hybrids. with her mentor Kirsch, but she still wants to be reunited with her brother Joe, who is a medic that works for Prodigy. When the Maginot actually crashes on Earth and the Xenomorph gets loose, Boy wants everything on that ship because that city is technically owned by Prodigy. And so in the second episode, Boy and his crew are going to the crash site to help people. Wendy wants to go help her brother and prove herself that, her and the rest of the hybrids can do this. But a lot of also shenanigans go on board with the Xenomorph basically killing everybody in the penthouse, especially like a bunch of rich people, which I thought was hilarious because, these people are trying to save you and you're too busy like, oh, well, the bellboy will come and get us if there's any real danger. And then boom, you get killed by Xenomorph. And next thing your legs over there while you're still trying to live and drag your carcass over there. So no, you deserve to die. But yeah, Wendy and her brother are reunited, but then he is attacked by a Xenomorph. That's how the episode ended. And so far, this series is good. I have no complaints. I like the aesthetic of it all. I like that they made it all grainy and crap, so it kind of looks like it belongs in like the late 70s, early 80s, something like that. But we got a few new aliens. We got our standard face hugger. We got our Xenomorph. And we got like this weird blood leech thing that just basically like drains you of your blood and just, this weird other one that goes in through your eyeball. And it was just like that poor cat, man. Oof. Very good episode. Check out Alien Earth if you haven't already. But it comes out every Tuesday on FX. All right, first 4 episodes of Wednesday. No complaints really, besides the simple fact that I am so sick and tired of Netflix with these split drops. Because part 2 of season 2 dropped September 3rd. 4 episodes dropped this past Wednesday or whatever. But you know what happens in those 4 weeks? September 3rd. So if you would have dropped this on a weekly basis, we would have been at the September 3rd mark. And then, because the only reason why they're doing this crap is to keep viewers and subscribers. Because some people actually cancel their subscription until, their show comes back or whatever. But it's just dumb. Just switch to a weekly drop, okay? We get it. You invented the binge model. You're not going to change, but it's dumb. But like I said, I like these first 4 episodes of Wednesday. My favorite might have been maybe the second episode, if I'm thinking correctly. No, actually, it wasn't. It was actually the 3rd episode with Anthony Michael Hall, where they basically go to the camp. The 1st and the 4th episode were directed by Tim Burton. First episode was written by Al Gough, Miles Miller, creators of Smallville, Wednesday, and Into the Badlands. Also wrote Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights. So yeah, I mean, I really don't have the time to go through every single episode of Wednesday because it's 4 episodes. If it was just 2, I could have did that. Or I could have possibly reviewed each episode on a weekly basis. Maybe I'll do that with the next 4. But no complaints about these 4 episodes besides leaving us on a cliffhanger for the next 3 weeks. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Weapons. This is written and directed by Zach Krager. Stars Julia Gardner, Josh Brolin, Alden Ehrenreich, Benedict Wong, Carrie Christopher, Austin Abrams, and Amy Madigan. So, synopsis is literally what's on the poster if you've seen it. Last night at 2:17, every child from Mrs. Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, and walked into the dark, and they never came back. So these kids were gone for a whole month. The whole town blames Mrs. Gandy. Like every kid in her class disappeared except for one, Alex. And we actually I like stories like this where you get the perspective of several different characters. So we first get Justine's perspective on the entire situation. Then we get Alden Ehrenreich's character, Paul's perspective on the situation. Then we get what's his name? James, who's played by Austin Abrams, and Archer, and then Alex's perspective. So I'm not trying to spoiler spoil any movies for you guys like that are in theaters, but y'all should really check out this movie. It was spooky. Yeah, it's possibly like one of. And I don't really like horror thriller like that. Like I'll do a thriller here and there, but like I usually like to stick with the slashers and things of that nature. Like I don't really rock with like a lot of supernatural stuff. Like I don't do The Conjuring. I like a few exorcism movies here and there, but this movie was very good. I suggest you guys watch it. 10 out of 10 for me. And it's crazy because you find out like during the strike, like so many people were in this movie. Like perfect example, Josh Brolin's character was originally played by not Andrew Garfield, Pedro Pascal. Benedict Wong's character was originally played by Brian Tyree Henry. Trying to think who else left. June Diane Raphael, I believe she left the movie as well. I think she was supposed to play the. Wait, no, she didn't. She's still there. But yeah, a lot of people left the movie. Who was it? Renette Reinsve was supposed to play Julia Gardner's character. Tom Burke got replaced by Alden Ehrenreich. Yeah, I mean, scheduling conflicts. What can you do? But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. And Zach Cregger, I didn't watch Barbarian, but I've heard nothing but good things. So I might have to check out Barbarian. Honestly, I think I already spoke about the W, but once again, that Tiger's Blood is good. So yeah, check that one out. I don't think I have anything else to say, guys. The first 3 drafts of this episode were originally fleshed out a lot more, so I had like 46 minutes on them as opposed to the 20-something minutes that I'm talking about now. But hey, it is what it is. I'm annoyed. It's midnight. Sorry. That was another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Go to w.gg, use the promo code AngryBlerd10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. Next week, I will be reviewing episode 3 of Alien Earth and episode 8 of Dexter Resurrection. I don't think there's any movies that came out this week that I should be reviewing. Oh, Nobody 2. That's what it is. All right, guys. See you later. Peace.